What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we're kind of back with a new series. Of course, we haven't done this in this Madden. I haven't taken a look if anyone's done this on YouTube this year, but we did it last year where, of course, as you could tell, we have taken a look at a few teams and how long it takes them to make the playoffs or win a Super Bowl. It kind of depends because, of course, you only get about 29, 30 years in Madden, so it really comes down to what could be the first thing. So if it ends up becoming, no Super Bowl, the title may be different, but of course, we're going to go with the most interesting team, not only because they have the #1 overall pick, but we are going to be going with them because they actually have a pretty good roster without that #1 overall pick. Of course, at least in Madden-wise, real life, you don't know how a player is going to develop, but James Robinson, really, really, really good rookie year, and of course, nice to see his speed slightly improve. It wasn't great, but I believe he started the year with like 84 speed. Chark, a guy that maybe took a little bit of a step back. I think he was injured for a little bit as well, but high potential, still young. Chenault, high potential, young, of course. Tight end, maybe a position they need to upgrade. O-line, definitely something they should be looking at. As far as defense goes, though, they have a lot of decent players. Of course, the defensive line looks a little bit different because of injuries. That'll be fixed, obviously. Same with cornerback. And then linebackers, not a bad-looking group. So really looking at defense outside of maybe offensive line and, of course, the #1 overall pick being Trevor Lawrence. We will be drafting that first pick overall because we know without a doubt that is going to be the, well, maybe not without a doubt, but a very likely chance that that's what they're going to do in real life. So I want them to take a quarterback rather than, some lineman or something weird for whatever reason, which they obviously would not do. And also, I know it's a bit of a sellout, but if you can look at the tablet, please fix that. If you guys want to see this series continue, I need to see some support. This may be a bit of an ask. I don't know how well this video is going to do. I might be asking for a ridiculous amount of likes. But last time we asked, I think we said 1,000 likes, and we've more than doubled that. 750? Could we do 750 likes to do another one of these? Maybe it's Washington, maybe it's the Jets. I'm not exactly sure, but if you guys really want to see this series continue, of course, maybe you need to watch the rest of the video first to see if you even care. Like I said, 750 likes would be most appreciated. Maybe subscribe if you're new. Biggest thing you could do besides, the other thing, I guess the biggest thing in general, let me know what team you guys would want to see next. Probably the Jets, I would say, would be the most asked for one. And also the second channel, PK Plays. That would be amazing to sub over there. We will have some sort of video, if it's not already out, a little bit later. It's going to be a horror game trial, so it is what it is. Sorry about the sellouts. That was really, really just too much. Of course, we are going to be simming the championship game, or championship round, which we can see the winners were the Packers and Chiefs. One of the most predicted ones, I suppose, but at the end of the day, we don't know. It could be both teams losing, and I freaking hope not. Now, for the winner of the Super Bowl, it is projected to be the Green Bay Packers, a 31-21 game over the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course, this is what the roster looks like with most of the injuries I would assume fixed. You have Allen, slipping his way back up. I think he's a left end, right? He is. All right. I don't know why I got so excited about that. Henderson moves up. This is a series, if you are new to it, where we pretty much don't do a single thing for the team. However, what we will do is make sure that they're being very smart, at least. They're not going to be sitting their best players and whatnot. So that's about it. Let's go to the draft. Make sure they draft Mr. Lawrence, and then we will be out of here. All right, so we set the board, and Mr. Lawrence is the first off the board. And now let's go to the end of the draft. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to take. Can't really remember what the Jaguars usually take. They could end up going wide receiver because there is a decent bit of talent there, and I don't know if you could really blame them, but I'd say there's a little bit more of glaring. I don't know. Might not be the worst idea to go wide receiver or even maybe tight end. It seems like the Jaguars do like to go to tight ends often. So let's take a look at this draft class. And okay, as far as this is a class that we use quite a bit. As far as this class goes, I think they landed a bunch of studs. I'm not even going to lie. From what I've seen here, I think they landed 4 to 5 hiddens. I actually do. Of course, Quitty Paya, there's going to be some, can you believe he pronounced that name like that? Of course, Tylerman usually is superstar in most of these classes, but he's been slipping down a board a little bit on most of these ones, so might not be. Nope, he is. Never mind. Brevin Jordan, I don't know if he's normal or not. He's also hidden. Now, that was a guy I thought was normal. That's why I said 4 to 5, because I thought he was normal development trait. And once again, star development. That should be their starter out the gate. Faalale should be hidden. He is. Should be star. Josh Ross, hidden development. Trill Williams, another really high combine grade guy. Trey Dean Odigazua, we just literally grabbed him recently. Wasn't great for us. Melifonwu, another guy that we grabbed recently. And then we have grabbed Bynum in the past. So what a draft. That is a very, very good draft. I don't think it's going to be enough, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. All right, so as expected, we missed the first season, but 8-8 is what happens. This is what the stats look like. So I can't exactly remember how we did it because I'm kind of going off script a little bit here. But I can't imagine a potential third-year sim. We showed you too much. Definitely wouldn't have showed awards, right? I mean, we'll take a look at the first year because we did have a pretty big one as a chance, and we did win it with Trevor Lawrence, which is an absolute win and a half. But yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine us showing too much because, once again, it could be like 20-some years. Even if we spend a minute on each year, that's like 20 freaking minutes, and we've already easily passed that. Well, on par to pass that at least. The Niners back in the Super Bowl going against the Browns. The winner of this one is the Browns. All right, year 2, we have the Jaguars at 9-7. Take a quick look at the stats. Nothing really special, but yeah, I guess it was pretty special because the rushing touchdowns were great. Chark, did he go to Superstar? He did, so that could be him at X Factor. As far as awards go, nothing maybe wide receiver would have gotten in. And looking at the draft, there was a couple of decently high overalls, but unless there was like a late round hidden, it was all normals, but still high potential players. And then the winner of the Super Bowl is the Cowboys. Another year, well, this one's actually really bad. Another non-playoff season. I think I do actually remember what we did. If it was a bad season or it didn't make the playoffs at all, we just didn't show the stats. And I suppose we can show like the updated roster every like 5 years if I remember to. And of course, Washington wins the Super Bowl over the Chiefs. Yikes, Chiefs. And the Jaguars in the first round actually it was pick 3, but they find pretty much a Chenault, but slightly faster clone, honestly. Not bad. And still no Jacksonville playoff season. Chiefs back in the Super Bowl, and the winner of this one will be finally the Chiefs. All right, this is, I think, about 5 years in. This is what the team looks like. So 99 overall Lawrence, 93 overall Chark, 90 Robinson, 88 superstar Chenault. Brevin Jordan is at 86. O-line sliders may need to be raised. Defensively, Ross is a superstar now at a 78 overall. What age is he now? 26 already, so maybe that's not as special as we thought. That star dev corner they drafted, 83 overall. Tylerman is an X factor at 92. Allen, 92. It's a decent team. I don't know how everyone else is doing, but one of these seasons probably going to be a playoff season, right? I mean, it looks like a pretty good team. They have been very close outside of that like 5-11 season they had, but at some point you got to see one, right? And ironically enough, here it is. So, of course, now that we're actually in the playoffs, you get to see how they perform. No force winning or losing. I know it's kind of like a fast, like paced video, even though it's kind of long at the same time. It's a long video, but it's fast paced because I don't want you guys being here all day. Like some of you guys may have already skipped to the end or something. I'm not sure, but this is what the receiving looks like. You know, okay numbers. O-line, considering it's a bunch of low overalls for the most part, not bad. Allen and Tylerman at double digits. Pay, not bad. Not bad. Picks, though, I ain't going to talk about that. As far as awards, Trevor Lawrence may be on the list. Yeah, number 3, actually. 2 for Offensive Player of the Year. So he should end up getting himself a Pro Bowl spot. Although he's all the way, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what they value more. I don't know what that voice was either. I don't know what they value more, overall or as the best quarterback position. I don't know. But they made the playoffs, so if the title is how long until the Jaguars make the playoffs, we already have our answer. And unfortunately, we do see that the Jets take them out. Ironically enough, a team that probably should have Trevor Lawrence, but most likely will not because of their weird winning ways near the end of the season. And then the Colts win the Super Bowl. So at least we did have progress. The Jaguars with their draft did not have a good one. All of them, nice playoffs again. All of them were normal development players, and the highest overall was a 70, so definitely a little bit of a step back there in the team building process. early failures by the Jags here. Went 2-5, but obviously finished pretty strong with a 9-7 record. Trevor Lawrence, very solid season, should be Pro Bowl. James Robinson, will he ever go to Superstar? Brevin, solid, should be Superstar one of these seasons, which he is not yet. Earl Huggins, interesting. I mean, do what you want to do. I don't really care too much about the defensive stats. And maybe not. Number 6, but maybe higher on the quarterback ranking this time. And he is at number 2. Also, Rookie of the Year, Junior Floyd, who I believe is a wide receiver they drafted. A 6'3" one with okay speed. They beat the Browns, the Chiefs, so that's just an L right out the gate. And yeah, unfortunately, back to the divisional round, but no further. At least they still have Lawrence. That's a win, right? The Jets and the Cardinals, the winner of that one is the New York Jets. Headed to the playoffs, and we are in with a 10-6 season, which I'm a little surprised by because, once again, yet another bad draft. All normals, even worse, actually. I think the highest was a 69 overall this time, and a lot of lower guys, under 70s by quite a bit. Looking at the stats, Trevor Lawrence, another really good season, just as good as last year, maybe even debatably better. Receiving, Earl Huggins, who is star, should be a superstar after that one. Award wins, Trevor at number 2, Wilson to the Bears. Player of the year, though, on the AFC side, which is definitely a win. Wide receiver of the year for Huggins. This is a pretty talented roster. You never know if this could be the one. Never mind. Washington versus Cleveland. Washington has already won one. I don't think the Browns have, though. And that does change. So another rough draft, but no playoffs. There were a lot better potential guys. You know, there was a 6'4" middle linebacker as the first choice, really fast player. There was one good lineman, though. He was hidden, but he was a low overall. I don't know why we're looking at all this because we obviously missed. So the potential, but once again, no hiddens, which kind of hurts, but it is kind of expected. Winner of the bowl between the Texans and Bears are the Chicago Bears. Now, I don't know how much they need a wide receiver because Chark could be getting on the older side, but they get a decently fast star development wide receiver. I said wide one. I got in between wide receiver and one. Normal development, but really good center in the 3rd round. Another wide receiver, Jalen Carter, potential, not bad. Hidden? Yikes. Terrible pick, but of course, kind of made up for it in the 3rd. And a defensive tackle that's hidden. Not a bad draft. So unless they're going to get rid of Chark this year, which they kind of seem like they will be soon, I'm going to go on a limb and say that wide receiver really not that high on their needs list. What are they doing? This is insane. Back in the playoffs. Not really deserved, but here they are at 8-8. This division is real hit or miss, so I guess they never miss, huh? Nobody doesn't know. Someone should have stopped me. Of course, speaking of being stopped, the Jaguars likely to be stopped here by the Cleveland Browns, who just never lose, it seems. If Jordan doesn't go to Superstar, he has done everything EA has asked him to do. What else does he have? Does he have to sacrifice his newborn son? Jake Elliott looking good. Of course, as far as awards go, Trevor Lawrence wins himself an MVP. That's obviously a nice win there. And I don't care about any of the other awards. Come on, Trevor. At least beat the damn Browns. That's all we care about around here. These are the reasons why the Browns didn't make the Super Bowl this year. They made the playoffs, but they didn't make the Super Bowl this year. This is because of Madden. And the Buccaneers win. Oh, it could be the freaking year. 12-4 versus the 8-8 Buffalo Bills. This is what the schedule looks like. Pretty damn good, obviously. 12-4. Surprisingly, no bye week. Typically, when you have that bye week, you do end up winning it all, and wow, that is obviously MVP. A new running back in town, Justin Hughes, superstar development trait. One could argue better than Robinson, especially with a worse line. Chark still going strong, still on the team. Earl Huggins kind of on the older side. Well, 27, but yeah, of course, looking at the blocking, we didn't really get a chance to look at all this stuff. I don't know if the players are still the same. We probably should have looked at them. Those two going at it again. I would love to see what their numbers are up to now. Alex Sanchez, interesting. MVP obviously going to Trevor, Offensive Player of the Year as well. This man has had himself a decent career so far. But can he add a Super Bowl win to the resume? And he will not. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just random. Maybe it's just coincidence. But you can kind of tell. I can't explain how or what it is I see, but when I look deep into the franchise Sim's eyes, I think about how trash it is. But the secondary thing is, I can see when it's a loss. I'm not losing my mind, right? You guys can see it too, right? Maybe? I don't know. The Ravens win over the Giants. There's that. All right, 12-4 last year, one and done. 9-7 this year, back in it. And this is what the team looked like. Really bad start. Kind of a faulty middle, but ended up finishing strong enough to obviously make it. Trevor Lawrence, one of his down years, it would appear so far. Justin Hughes looking really good yet again. Nothing really to note there. Let's take a look. The Bengals, who have been in it before, I think they've even knocked us out once before. Do not do it here. Breakout player. I haven't done any of this because, honestly, I just can't be bothered. I don't think the AIs get breakouts anyways, so, take what you can get. Going against the 11-5 Chargers, this does not bode well for us, and we win. Going up against the Ravens now in the championship game. Julius Hitchens, this is a star development player now. Gets 10 KXP. The Baltimore Ravens, 10-6. No! The Ravens already won a Super Bowl. I think they just won one last season, didn't they? Oh, but here they go with another one. Getting sick and damn tired of it, okay? I don't know how important it is to you guys to see these stats and all that. Maybe we'll do it for the future ones, but this is kind of what we're looking at here as far as defensively goes. 15 picks for Henderson. That's not really that much. Tylerman, really good stuff. We did not get to see the man himself, Mr. Allen, but that's fine. Didn't get to see Chark either or Robinson, but, the numbers are going to be pretty much, expected numbers. Nothing really special to see, so if you guys want to see it, let me know, but for the most part, I don't think it's really necessary. Heads to the playoffs, we've had a decent track record over the last several seasons, and it does not continue as the team goes 8-8. The winner of the Super Bowl is the Buffalo Bills over the Cowboys. Playoffs and our first bye week of the sim. This could be the year. The window has kind of closed a bit, but obviously you could see good enough to go 12-4. Trevor Lawrence having one heck of a career. I mean, we've seen some pretty decent careers, but this is on another level. Chenault is still here. Kind of sucks that Chark has been gone for a bit, but what can you do? Players don't last forever. The fact that he even stayed on the team this long is kind of surprising. Is Tylerman gone? No, that's not cool. Is this going to be another MVP for Mr. Trevor? It is. And look, it's Cutler. Okay. So already in the divisional round, have not made it past the championship, which of course would be the Super Bowl. The Chiefs, which I imagine probably still have Mahomes and whatnot. Please do not win. Yes, the Jets. They've taken us down before. Not today, though. And we are in the Super Bowl. The sim could end here to show you guys we did not cheat, just in case we win. No forces anywhere across the board at all. Let's do it, though. Let's see it happen. 12-4 versus 12-4. Jacksonville versus San Francisco. This could be it right here. This would be year 13, 14, around that. Of course, we're going to watch this all out. Just a little intro thing to these two teams going at it. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence nearing the end of his career here. 13, 14 years in the league? Once again, just like, the Sims duration. And obviously, decent a bit of talent, just enough. I believe there's 3 receivers at least 85 to 90-ish, with Huggins still potentially being in the 95, maybe even 99 range. We're going to the end of the game. Jacksonville with a nice little start to it. 7-0, 14-0. Could this be the time to beat? Of course, if we do this series quite a bit with the lower teams first, this would be the set pace of, 13 seasons? We'll do the actual math when we're out of this. I would say 14 might be the number. And, of course, you can see right here, it's over. It's a smattering. And I don't know if that's a word. People have asked me before, is that even a word? I'm going to find out right now while we see Jacksonville winning a freaking Super Bowl. Now, as far as the future teams go, I think there are a few teams that may never win it. The Jets could be among those those groups. As far as other teams, maybe the Panthers, don't really see them too often. We've seen the Jets, make it every once in a while. But yeah, the Jets, Panthers might be the teams that I would expect. Washington has a pretty good young group of players, specifically on defense, and that has gotten them in the category of Super Bowl champion a few times now. Julius Hutchins, a guy that we actually got a star dev up at the Pro Bowl, or around the Pro Bowl a few years back. Of course, impressive. you know, they got the win. And it was a really nice win. They won by quite a bit. I can't remember the other scores or whatnot, but yeah. Oh, wait, it's smattering. Smattering is a word. A slight superficial knowledge of a language or subject. A small amount of oh, what? I have a smattering of peen. Huh? I thought a smattering was an interesting way to say it. I thought a smattering was like basically when you smash and destroy someone. But I guess not. I guess it's small or knowing about things. I have no idea. But of course, this is what the performance of the Super Bowl was like. Trevor Lawrence played a pretty damn good game. More importantly, he did not have a bad game like Lafferty. Laffertable performance. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean here. Justin Hughes, 16 for 148 with a touchdown. Really good stuff. Receiving Kendrick, not bad for them. As far as us, Brevin just played really well throughout this thing. And then Laviska Shenault, really good stuff too, right before he retires too. Gotta love that. That's what makes me the happiest out of all of it. And that is pretty much going to be it. As far as the thumbnail goes, I may have to schleeze it and do a little retirement thingy at 2048. All right, as far as the careers go for the players that are currently here, Trevor Lawrence, 58,000 yards, 463 touchdowns, 133 picks. Hughes, 5,600, you know, not really someone we care too much about because he's kind of newer, even though he did help us a lot to get here. Brevin Jordan, the X Factor with 12,000. He might have actually just got the X Factor. That was not a voice crack. That was just me being excited. Shenault at 11,000 with 81 touchdowns. Huggins, not bad himself. And that's pretty much it for players that, you know, we know are going to be on their team in real. Oh, no, CJ Henderson, 19 picks, 1,000 tackles. Pretty good stuff. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be it. We'll just leave it on this screen, I suppose. If you guys enjoyed that video, like I said in the beginning, maybe leave a like. Subscribe if you're new. We do a ton of franchise stuff, experiments kind of like these. Every so often we do career resims, which is similar to this a little bit, but you know, a bit different because it's someone else. It's the main focus of them, and it's not only about Super Bowls or playoffs like this. So, of course, like I said, all those things. Maybe leave a like on nothing because we've already talked about that. Maybe check out the second channel, PKR Plays. Do a lot of non-Madden stuff. We should have something on the second channel today, and there should also be a stream on twitch.tv/JeromePkr around 11 Central Standard Time. I know it's a little late, especially with playoff Sunday, championship Sunday, but it's the, you know, it is the weekend. We'll stream for like 3, maybe 4 hours. So anyways, thanks for watching. Will be a little bit of a video later today, unless this was the second video. I don't know. But hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!